Garbage, top rope, catch a vibe, catch a foot when I drive. Big pressure, I apply.
I'm Great Oka Unite Empire. 今日は試合があった。そして彼がエンパイアの応援してくれるんですよ。みんな、ブローケンケーブルポッドキャストよろしく。
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Broken Tables podcast. I am your host, Jeffrey Vegas, here with our Broken Predictions champion, as always, King Rome. How are you doing tonight, sir?
This is an all-time great Dynamite, Jeff. I'm doing excellent.
Oh my God, you took the words right out of my mouth. We are celebrating the return of the one, the only, by God, Kenny Omega. Oh my God, man. Purpleness is my witness in chat. I actually turned and looked over at her and I had tears coming from both eyes streaming down the face. Dude, I was so damn happy tonight, even though we knew what was happening. Like, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, definitely. What's up to everybody in the chat? We got Big T in there. I see Big T. I see the Heartbreak Kid's here. He's taking a break from booking NXT, whatever that is.
Mr. WrestleMania himself.
But yeah, no, this is an excellent episode of Dynamite, and we're gonna get into everything, including the Kenny Omega, return. So
absolutely,
let's get right into it.
Yep, so like Rome said here, welcome to everybody in chat. We got Big T, we got Joseph Juhas, we got Juan C, we got Purpleness, and we got Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania himself. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. If you didn't see all my posts today, I had said if Kenny Omega returned tonight, we would be doing a giveaway. So we will be doing a giveaway. Both of these Young Bucks figures will be given away tonight as a package to the same person. They got to come together, you know what I mean? So to join our giveaway here, let me confirm the giveaway to begin here. One moment. So everybody will be able to join the giveaway. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to type in the word Omega into chat. So make sure you type it in the way that you'll see posted in the chat here. Make sure there's a capital O for Omega, but you chat. Oh, I already rolled it. That was not what I meant to do. But yep. So go ahead and type Omega in the chat, and it should enter you into the drawing.
Yeah, I want the Young Bucks action figures. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nowhere in the
let me make sure I confirm how this is supposed to go live here.
Jeff, are you keeping track of the entries, or do you need me to?
I am not. It's supposed to be doing it itself, but I'm not sure that it's actually working because I don't see people's names piling into the eligible users. So give me one sec here.
All right. Well.
Users. All right. So far we have Shawn Michaels, Joseph Juhas, Miaja, and Rome all confirmed in.
Also entered a lot.
You must be subscribed to the channel as well, Travrock. I'm not sure if you are a subscriber or not because it's the first time I've seen your name there, but make sure you guys subscribe as well to be in the runnings here. And let's go ahead and get started. Man, this was an absolutely amazing episode of Dynamite. Like you said, it was it was an all-timer. They had a really cool opening to this. With the the House of the Dragon. They were showing stuff from the show and stuff from AEW kind of mixed together. I really enjoyed the opener there. And we started off with CM Punk's music. And, I don't feel that I would do this justice, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this one off to you here.
Absolutely. So number one, I really did like the opening. I thought that it was a really cool opening. I thought the theme in general was really cool, having the dragon theme with, you know, Ricky Steamboat, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Garcia, you know, the tie-in with HBO. Really big, good news if, you know, if you're AEW talking about the TV deal. But anyways, so yeah, we get CM Punk's music. We get an ad for a sick hockey jersey. Now, I don't own any hockey jerseys, but I might have to get the CM Punk hockey jersey. Like that's something I'm definitely thinking about. So CM Punk comes out, and the first thing he does is he calls out Hangman Adam Page. Apparently, I'm echoing Jeff.
Apparently, he is echoing.
Yeah, can you check that out?
Yep, I'm checking it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Juan is subscribed to the channel. Make sure Juan's entered. Juan has entered. Put Omega in more times than I care to count. So make sure he's entered, please. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna keep going, Jeff. Just let me know when you think it's fixed. So CM Punk calls out Hangman Adam Page. I thought that was a really awesome moment. I felt like Punk was kind of testing the waters of that heel turn that's going to happen eventually. I mean, you know, Punk beats Hangman. Clearly, they had a plan to do a rematch at some point, but they want to do Mox and Punk first. I mean, maybe they do Punk Hangman and All Out, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. No problem, Juan. I'm glad I could make sure you're in there. I take care of my people. Anyways, so CM Punk calls out Hangman Adam Page, who does not come out. Funny thing that happened on Twitter was John Silver tweeted, "This is why Hangman couldn't come out." Hangman and John Silver were at catering, shoving their faces with food, which is why Hangman did not come out, according to John Silver. CM Punk says, "Sorry, go ahead." No, again, I think that there was a lot of stuff said here. And this is when CM Punk's really at his best, when he's kind of in that tweener territory. Like the people love him, and he's not going to burn that goodwill yet. But he's definitely testing the waters of the eventual heel turn that will happen. And that's kind of what I saw out of that. I thought that he had unfinished business with Hangman, called him out. We don't have a main event for All Out yet, so who knows? Now Jeff is muted apparently. Okay, all right. Jeff, you're on the ones and twos, and things are falling apart. We were delayed a little bit, but behind the scenes, we were delayed because I was trying to get my laptop ready, and then I went up to grab the laptop, brought it down, and Jeff's like, "I can't hear you," and Jeff's audio was just broken. Anyways,
so I knew my sound was off. I was just fixing stuff because apparently Windows updated and reset a bunch of stuff. So I apologize, guys.
Gotcha. Anyways, so he says that's not cowboy shit, that's coward shit. At this point, the crowd really wants to hear what Punk has to say, so like they were very hot for him when he came out. They kind of calmed down a little bit, and they're talking. He's talking about how he says the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect. I mean, that just to me tells me we're not done with that feud. Mox says, Punk says that Mox has always been number 3. He's always been the third best guy in his group. Then that's been a reoccurring thing throughout his career. And I thought that was a savage line. I loved it. He goes on to talk about Eddie Kingston. Says Eddie is the third best Eddie Punk's ever been in the ring with, and he's the second best Kingston at that. Shout out to Kofi and shout out to Eddie Guerrero, and trying to figure out who the other Eddie is. A lot of people were saying it might be, I think Eddie Vegas was a name I was seeing. I don't know who that is, to be honest. Well, so the other thing that people were saying was that it might have been Umaga, because Umaga's shoot name is Eddie. So that's what I saw. I saw some discourse that people were saying, "Oh, it must have been Umaga because he passed and whatnot." In the chat, Maduga asking, "Is CM Punk slowly turning heel?" I think so. I mean, Punk has historically loved working as a heel, and he does amazing work when he's a heel. So I welcome the heel turn when it's time. And throughout this promo, Punk says, "Let me know when I'm saying a lie." And at no point, I don't think at any point he really, he's kind of shitting on Mox. And then he talks about facing Mox at All Out, and he says, "You're not even the number 1 John that I beat in Chicago for a world title." Which I was just like that, like the other 2 shots like popped to me, but that one I was standing up. I was like, "Oh shit." Like talking about beating John Cena and Money in the Bank 2011. Big T saying, Jeff, do a test. 1, 2,
Yes,
three.
I'll do a test here quick. 1, 2, check 1, 2, check 1, 2. I should be good.
Okay. So after Punk just absolutely just tears Mox, the new one. Mox comes out.
Yeah.
Punk's like, oh, I have a while. I'm going to do Snow Angels. So he fucking does Snow Angels in the ring, just showing how not intimidated he is by John Moxley.
Well, I felt like he was doing that because Mox takes forever to get to the ring, which is what I actually wrote down. I wrote Mox shows up and takes forever to get to the ring.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is that that's what Punk did it because he knows he's going to be a while, and Punk is trying to play it off like it's not important, like it's nothing.
Yeah.
That's how I took it anyway. So then Mox comes out, and Mox, who's also generational on the mic. These are two absolute fucking goats on the mic. Mox says that, you say that it's more than a microphone, it's a weapon, but it's just a microphone. Kind of underplays CM Punk's power on the microphone.
Well, remember the time that Moxley lost his belt was with didn't Kenny hit him in the head with the with the microphone?
Wow. Yeah.
So he's like, it's not a weapon, and I'm like, wait a minute, Kenny bashed you over the head with it. I'm hoping that's storyline. Like, that was great. I loved it.
Yeah. Big T's asking thoughts on Hangman interfering in the match and possibly costing Punk the title, or a DQ right down the middle, making it a 3-way at the pay-per-view. See, and this is the thing, we're going to talk about it later when I give you we go through the match preview, but I'm really confused on on how this match is next week.
Yeah, I was like, what?
So, and again, we're going to talk about the trios tournament too, because I do have like a theory of where we're going with that as well. I don't want to kind of get all out of order on the show. I don't think it makes sense for Hangman to do that with what I think is going to happen, but maybe I'm wrong. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm hearing an echo on the Discord, Jeff. I don't know if I'm hearing an echo, so I don't know.
You should be good.
I don't know if that's affecting the stream or not. I'm just letting you know I hear an echo through the Discord.
No, you should be good.
Okay. So let's see. So Mox goes on in a line that I really loved. He says, I'm the heart and soul of this company. And Punk says, that's fine. You can be that, but I'm going to be the dollars and cents. And again, like, this is, oh my God, this was a perfect promo, perfect segment to really get into this rivalry. So at that point, Mox says you only came here because you ran out of money. And Punk, these guys are just trading shots at this point. Punk's like, I'd hit you, but I'm afraid you'd bleed all over me.
Yeah, because he bleeds in every single match now.
Yeah, so at this point, a fight breaks out, and we basically get the traditional, these guys are trying to fight, the crowd or wants them to fight, they want to fight, but the security guys do not want them to fight. And I know that in the Discord, there was kind of like some disagreement here. I definitely thought that it might have went on a little too long, and that's nitpicky. Like, it didn't bother me necessarily, but I did think it went on maybe like the third time that Mox goes into the ring. Maybe don't do that, especially what happens later on the show. But at the same time, I think it felt genuinely like these guys these guys want to fight. Like, it felt like a shoot almost, because it's like
yes,
these guys
I
weren't
agreed.
like sometimes you have fights like where they want to get at each other, and you have guys jumping over the security guards, and like that's cool, but it's a work, you know what I mean? And obviously this was a work too. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't know. For some reason, like the way that Punk and Mox handled the situation made it feel a little bit more real. And sometimes real is a little bit, less action packed. But I felt the tension coming out of it. I think the segment did everything it needed to do.
Yeah.
I thought it was perfect.
So my only thing with this one is I wish that this was one of the first times that I've ever wished that there was, it's going to sound weird, but some sort of an authority figure that we get to see on screen, whether it be Pat Buck or something like that. I didn't want them to touch here. I'm totally cool with the big brawl trying to happen and security stopping them, but I don't think that they should have touched it all. I think we should have definitely, saved this, but seeing that they put the match for next week, now I'm like, okay, I understand why they, had them touch, because they're banging through this for some reason. So we'll see what happens, but I was all for it. I'm in.
Yeah, but so yeah, this was so. I just want to say, and I know I've said it before in the past when this happens, but this for me is like, this is how you do Dynamite. You know, this is a Tony Khan booking the show for me. He opens with a CM Punk promo, and then we get right into a Bryan Danielson fucking banger of a wrestling match. And it's like, that's like, I put it in the Discord, but I'm just like, I'm filled with serotonin today.
Yeah, it was great. That was great.
I loved it. Absolutely loved the this opening segment. And again, like, I'm perplexed that they're having this match next week and not at All Out, because I've been saying all week, and like, I still feel this way. This is the biggest match in AEW history. This is like this is really big. This is really, really big, and it's a huge main event. You talk about the star power, the guys involved, the prestige of the title, the unification of the title, the fact that this isn't going on at All Out. Like, I don't even fucking know what they have planned for All Out, and I almost have a take where I don't know if they should have this on free TV. I mean, like,
yeah,
obviously I appreciate it being on free TV. I'm not going to complain about getting a fucking one of the biggest matches in company history on free television, but it just feels like to me, unless it's MJF and they aren't going to give Punk a title reign and they're going to just give the belt to MJF, unless it's MJF, I can't think of any match. Bryan Danielson, but they're saying Danielson's doing Jericho at All Out. So
yeah,
and that's where they seem to be going. So I don't know what match you put on at All Out that trumps this match. Like, I can't think of it other than MJF.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, yeah, T, that's what I was saying the other week when we were talking about, you know, this match with Mox and Punk, and I just don't, like you just said, I don't understand why we're getting this for free on free TV. I'm not going to complain or anything, but at the same time, I kind of am complaining. I don't know if we get a legit finish in this match. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, now I am leaning toward, because I know last week we were talking about it, and I think I was saying, yeah, Punk should get a long title reign, but if this is the route they're going to go, I mean, again, like, I don't know, because All Out is 18 days away from tonight. So you got to look at it next week. It'll be 11 days away, less than 2 weeks till the pay-per-view, and you're doing this match then, 2 weeks before the pay-per-view. So you're going to have something with very little build-up at the pay-per-view. Like, you're talking like go home show, cut your promos, do it. So I don't think that we're going to get a clean finish in Punk versus Punk versus Moxley. I don't, and if they do get a clean finish, like somebody comes out at the end of the match, maybe it's MJF. I mean, that's where I'm at now. Like, yeah, now I'm more on board with the thought of MJF beating Punk for the title. I mean, if they're going to do Mox versus Punk 2 weeks before the pay-per-view, I don't know what else they're doing. Big T asking, do you think Punk isn't fully healed and there is way of officially getting the title off Punk? No, I don't think they would do that. I think they would just wait. I don't think that Big T, I don't think that they would bring Punk back early and risk him getting more hurt. Excuse me, because he's been physical. He was physical last week. He's physical this week, and now he's going to wrestle next week against Moxley. Yeah. There's no way in hell.
No, he hopped on the foot. Remember, he did that hop in the ring. That showed for sure. He's good.
But there's no way from a pride perspective that CM Punk is going to go out there and not put on a good show. There's pride perspective from Tony Khan that he's not going to put that title match up if it's not ready. And from a pride perspective, I don't even think Moxley would be down to do a bullshit Punk gets squashed match. I don't think any three of those guys would want that to go down that way. And yeah, Juan makes another good point. I mean, maybe they want to go to like a 30-minute draw. They could do that. That would make a lot of sense. What's up, Ryan Davis in the chat? Yeah, I don't know. So I'm perplexed. I'm very excited though. I think this is one of the best. This is one of the most important and biggest matches in the history of the company. So I guess we're going to get it on free TV. Again, not complaining. I'm going to watch everything that AEW puts out, whether it's, you know, Dark, Elevation, Dynamite, Rampage, Ring of Honor, pay-per-view. Like, I'm there for it. So it doesn't matter where they give it to me as long as I get it. So
yeah. But I'm telling you, I can't wait. I'm super excited for if MJF shows up. Oh my god, man. I just can't even imagine getting Kenny Omega and MJF back to back.
Punk. Jesus
and
Christ.
Punk, yeah. Well, I mean, like in back-to-back weeks, I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying back to back.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. He would be doing, yeah, wow. Ugh.
I'm just saying, man.
what a boost.
It's heating up. You got Mr. Levesque over there, contract tampering, real slimy shit. Tony Khan's calling all the boys back. He's like, it's time. It's time to
What
go.
doesn't feel legit, Joseph? Not even sure what you mean by that.
AEW needs their free TV to be almost as good, if not better, than the pay-per-views because they only have the 4. Well, yeah, I mean, so Joseph Juhas in the chat saying AEW needs their free TV to be almost as good as the pay-per-view because they only do 4. I actually think that makes the free TV better, the fact that they only have 4 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I think that even when I was watching WWE, I hated the monthly pay-per-view thing. I couldn't stand it. It just it made everything feel so archaic. It was like, okay, 4-week build, here we go. Week 1, establish all the rivalries. Week 2, you have a tag team match. Week 3, you do some promos. Week 4, right before the pay-per-view, do a promo again. Maybe you guys have a 6-man tag. All right, see you at the pay-per-view. Very. But like, I like that AEW only has 4. I would hope that they keep it between 4 and 6. Like, not including Ring of Honor pay-per-views. I'd be okay if they bumped it up. Like, I think Forbidden Door's cool to have every year. Make that 5 pay-per-views. Maybe you toss another one in there, but I wouldn't overdo it. I think it's perfect the way it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
All right, so let's move on here. So after the Punk and Mox segment there, we got a really, really good promo from Will Hobbs. They usually don't let Will Hobbs get on the mic for too long there, but I thought he did a real good job tonight. Up next after that was our first match of the night, the 2 out of 3 falls between Daniel Garcia and Bryan Danielson. And holy shit, man. I mean, we knew this was going to be a great match, but holy crap, was this good. This had to be 5 stars. Had to be.
Yeah, this was excellent. Joseph Judas in the chat asking, what do we think about the mini pay-per-view shows, the special Dynamites I'm assuming he's talking about. Yeah, I love them. They're great. Tony Khan always delivers. You know that when you get a themed show, you're in for something special.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trav Rock saying Mox wasn't supposed to be champ. I think they'll continue Hangman Punk. Punk did call Hangman out. Yeah, I suppose, but see, then I would do Hangman Punk after All Out. I wouldn't like. I think Punk versus Mox is a much bigger matchup, and also you want to let Punk and Hangman breathe. Like, Punk's been out for 2 months, so you or was it 3 months because it was May? Oh yeah, 3 months. He was out for 3 months. Like, you gotta give it some time to build up a little bit. I mean, Punk called him out tonight. It would make sense for Punk and Hangman to go after the Punk Mox feud, but I don't know. I think Punk Mox is a bigger match. What do you think?
You said you think Punk and Mox is a bigger match
than Punk and Hangman? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
right.
Yeah. I mean, you could try to defend that as many times as you want, but yeah, really, it really is when you get down to it.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this Bryan Danielson Daniel Garcia match, man, I love this match. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought that it was such a great match in the way that it was booked to make Daniel Garcia a star. This was kind of like, this was the Mox Yuta of Daniel Garcia, Bryan Danielson. It was just like, Bryan Danielson won this match. But if you go back and watch this match, it was so dominated by Daniel Garcia just beating the shit out of Bryan Danielson. And like, the first fall, he doesn't just like get like a roll up on him. He passes out. Like, he choked him out, and that was like clean. That was a clean choke out.
Yeah, and then he like woke up for the next one, was like, what? And they started counting him to 10. And I was like, wow, what a genius way to like tease almost getting 2 falls at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And man, what a nasty spike pile driver from Daniel Garcia. Man,
dude,
like, that was so nasty. Right before he choked him out, like, I'm being worked, but I get so terrified with Bryan Danielson and these brain injuries. Like, he took a spike pile driver and then choked out, and then like he was like groggy, and I'm like,
dude, those pile drivers, he like bends his head upside down like the wrong way to make it look worse, and I'm like, dude, don't do that, please.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's absolutely nasty.
Mio just says he does not believe Daniel Garcia is 23 years old. I do not believe this. What do you think? He's younger? He's too good? I mean, dude, yeah, he's really good, but look at the kid, man. He's still got that baby face. Looks like he's like
See,
19.
This is something AEW has really stepped up in the last month or so. You know, you could say it's because of the competition getting better by subtracting certain things or whatever you want to call it. But, you know, the last month or so, Tony Khan's made it very clear that he's got these guys that he's been working with for a while, and he's putting them into places for them to be successful and be top guys. You know, like we're
Yeah.
seeing it. Like it's just factual. We see Jungle Boy out here doing amazing work on his own. We see Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, like Ricky Starks, like these guys who like 5 years from now are going to be the main eventers. Like we're seeing them now. We're seeing the torch being passed right before our very eyes. And it's something that's so refreshing because, you know, obviously like as a Bryan Danielson guy, I don't want to think about Bryan passing the torch on. I want to see him, you know, do his thing for another 10 years. Obviously that's not realistic. But at the same time, I'm sitting here like I'm getting so excited for guys like Daniel Garcia and getting so excited for guys like Jungle Boy and Wheeler and Ricky and everybody, man. It's just masterful booking and it's masterful work by everybody involved in this match.
Yep, completely agree. So Garcia got the first fall by, you know, basically submitting Danielson into a KO. Danielson almost gets counted to 10 immediately following the KO for a second one, but he winds up getting to his feet for 10. Garcia hits him with a DDT on the exposed concrete again, like they did the last match, which helped him win. But Bryan Danielson gets his first pinfall while Garcia was attempting another Dragon Sleeper, and he kind of reversed it into a pin. That's what you saw happen, right?
Yeah, the second pinfall or the second fall in the match was Daniel Garcia had him in a submission. Coach, say Omega, capital O, Omega in the chat to enter the contest.
Yes.
What's up? Yeah, shout out to the court where we're running things. We're on the road to crowning the first inaugural Broken Predictions Tag Team Championships. I'm so proud of my boys. We're gonna line up together at the end of the night, hold our belts up. It's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait.
Nice. So I just confirmed because Coach Nick, all he had to do was say Omega in one of his sentences, and it actually did join him in. So he is good to go there as well.
Excellent. All right. But yeah, so the second fall was the roll up from Danielson, and again, it's just a roll up. It's not even like he's like kicking his ass. And then after
Jericho was arguing that one. Jericho was saying that wasn't 3. What are you thinking, Rimsberg? Well, you know, he's like, that wasn't 3, but you know, hey, he counted it, so it counts.
Yeah, I think it was really cool. So Jericho, I don't know if you caught this, but on commentary, when Bryan Danielson was almost counted out, Jericho's like, do the sports entertainment way or something like that. Like, take the count out, take the bullshit finish or something like that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I also enjoyed Daniel Garcia kind of stealing moves out of Danielson's playbook, doing the Psycho knee and doing the face stomp.
I wrote that down too. I said, you know, Daniel's starting to use all of Bryan's moves. It was pretty cool. So there was one spot that I gotta mention here that was just absolutely insane. So Danielson had put Garcia up on the top rope, and he was trying to do the back suplex thing that he always does, where he puts their arm over his shoulder, and he kind of just does the backdrop suplex off of the top. But instead, they both kind of fell down, and it was where Bryan Danielson's leg got stuck under the top turnbuckle, but he did a suplex off of the top turnbuckle, and he wound up hanging upside down by his leg while Daniel Garcia just ate it to the mat. That was one of the coolest sequences I have seen in a long time. That was one of my favorite spots of the entire night. It was so good.
Yeah, it was a great spot. I also really enjoyed what I called the lumberjack spot, where they were up against the ring post and they were interlocked in their arms, and like Brian would
Yes.
pull Daniel and he would smash into the ring post. And then Daniel would pull Brian and he would smash him into the ring post.
Yes.
It made me think of like a lumberjack sawing down a tree. So I called it the lumberjack spot in my notes. But so we
Yes.
get to the end and, these guys are wrestling still. Daniel tries to go for the spike pile driver again. And, they wrestle a little bit more. He turns it into a label lock and he passes out. Danielson wins. And then again, just the post-match stuff too. So beautifully done. Love the storytelling of this match.
Absolutely.
Especially the post-match. So you got Daniel Garcia. He passes out. Danielson's happy he won. He's sitting there like, holy shit, man, this kid really took me to my limits. And then like Garcia wakes up and he's like grabbing for Danielson's boots because he wants to keep fighting. He doesn't realize that the match is over. In which case Brian's applauding him. He gets the crowd to applaud him. And
So
he
good.
offers him his hand. Jericho attacks Danielson from behind, and we get a moment, which if everyone remembers in the Discord, said this was going to happen. I'm going to take the win on this one. We got a little bit of a disagreement between Jericho and Garcia. Garcia stops Jericho from attacking Danielson, and, they're left at odds.
Yeah, and I'm really torn here on whether this is meant to confuse us or if Daniel Garcia is actually going to turn on Jericho here. I feel like it's a ploy because he was so hardcore about I am the best sports entertainer. But like you said, the storytelling in this match with the crowd not being behind him, but then at the end kind of being behind him because, Bryan Danielson got the crowd into it. Like, they did a really good job of keeping me 100% in the dark of where this is going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I do think that we're going the way that it just appears.
Where are our
I think
Omega
Garcia
shirts,
is-
man? Since we've started going to shows, he has not been there, so I have not had a chance to get an Omega shirt.
I have a Kenny Omega shirt. I just didn't wear it today. It's just I kind of like I have a lot of t-shirts because I guess I collect t-shirts, so I kind of have like a rotation where like I just kind of like I wear a shirt, put it in the back of the line kind of because so I can make sure I wear all my shirts. So I have a few that kind of jump to the front every so often, but yeah, it looks like Jeff's got his Danhausen shirt tonight, and
Yeah, I just saw the Danhausen and thought I'd go with it.
Yeah, just wrapping Cap tonight. It's okay. Still excited for Omega regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. And once
but
again,
yeah,
if you guys are in chat and you haven't typed in Omega yet, please type in the word Omega with a capital O to join our giveaway of the 2 Young Bucks figures. I'll show those off one more time. We got Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. So type in Omega to join and make sure you are subscribed or you are not eligible. Dude, this match, we could talk about this for like an hour, but there were some people that I saw saying this match was too long. And I was like, what on earth are you even, what? I was like absolutely dumbfounded. And I was like, listen, if this was a 1 fall match, okay, yeah, it was a little long. But this was a best 2 out of 3. Like, what were you expecting? I was expecting an hour almost.
So, yeah, I know, absolutely. This is an absolute banger. Shawn Michaels in the chat saying I should dress up as Captain America one day. So, funny story about that. I think, Jeff, we met that Halloween at that hookah place. But I actually used to have this Captain America costume. It was a really cool, it was like a hoodie, and you had no idea. It was a hoodie, but the hood was a mask, a Captain America mask. What's up?
And it like zipped up into his
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a hoodie, but it was Captain America's outfit, and then it was a hood, and then I had the shield. And yeah, I think that's where we actually met the first time, Jeff, because I think Jackie and the wife and Purple went out to wanted to go hookah for Halloween. It was like a costume party at that one place on Street Road.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you were there. Yeah, I think that's where we met. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go with that.
I think it's called Sol Luna. It is still there. Actually, I just drove past it the other day.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's where we met. But yeah, I do. I used to have the hoodie. I don't know where the hoodie's at now. I haven't seen the hoodie in years now that I think about it.
I'm gonna have to do the old Evil Uno one day. We'll bring them out.
Yeah, see, Purple backed it up. I've been dressed as Captain America.
Yeah.
She's seen it.
Yep. So both guys got cut open here in this match. It was just enough, blood not to be too disgusting, but to make it to make us know that they kicked the shit out of each other. It wasn't one of those ones where there's just blood covering someone's face from top to bottom. It was just a little bit from each guy, so just made it that much better. I loved, like you said, the aftermatch stuff, man. This storytelling, I can't say enough how good this whole first first segment with Punk and then the first match with Danielson, just absolute perfection so far for this episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
One
Hula or
one thing
hookah?
to note
Hookah.
is the chant of "You're a pro wrestler" from the audience to Garcia, and we left the match with Bryan Danielson pointing at the crowd and saying, "Do you hear that?" And Daniel Garcia kind of like looked around and then jumped out of the ring and walked off. So it was just so good, man. So good. Every little detail that they thought of was just perfect. I loved it.
Yeah, I wrote that in my notes too. I got chills when the crowd started chanting that.
Yeah.
Like again, like I think that's where they're going. I think they're going where they already have Sammy Guevara in the JS. Like with Sammy and Ty joining and Anna joining, you have a lot of members there. You kind of got to cut someone out, and I just think it's gonna be Daniel Garcia.
Yeah, absolutely.
We met at a hula, like a hula hoop, like what is it, or a like a luau? What are you talking about, Big T? A hula. Oh, okay.
All right. So next up was a quick promo from Swerve in Our Glory and Private Party, kind of doing a little bit of a face-off backstage. Private Party, man, they were getting a little friendly with Keith Lee there, getting close and touching his belt and everything. I have a feeling they're gonna get smashed. But they let us know that they have actually broken into the top 5 rankings now, so good for them. I thought this was decent. What'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I think it's setting up for a good Rampage match. Private Party, hopefully they start getting some more exposure. Talented young guys who have kind of taken a real back seat the last few years. So yeah.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so next up was what I thought was going to be a Tony Nese match. I wrote down Tony Nese v. And then out of nowhere, Moxley came and absolutely annihilated him and Mark Sterling. And he comes out, gets on the mic immediately, much quicker than his entrance earlier, might I add. And he immediately challenges Punk to the match right here, right now, tonight. And we have another, brawl of those two guys with security trying to stop him.
So where I nitpicked the last segment and I said being very nitpicky, like I really do think it's a nitpick, but saying the brawl went on a little too long, this made that better. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't recall this type of thing happening very often where they kind of interrupt a match to keep this thing going that already started the show. Because you think they're done. Like, okay, we're gonna go for the pay-per-view. But nope, Mox comes out, he just destroys Nese and poor Mark Sterling.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, this feud, man, it's the biggest match in AEW history. This just made it better. I love that he called Punk out. Punk comes out and they're like, no, stop. And at this point, they did a really smart idea because these guys are going to go be at each other no matter what. They send Claudio and Yuta out to get Mox to back down. And I thought that this was really smart because after the first segment, they made it clear that they want to fight and you're not stopping them from fighting. So here it made a lot of sense to have, it's the little things. It made a lot of sense to have Yuta and Claudio come out, be like, come on, man, let's back up. Not tonight. You'll get your shot. It's not now. You know what I mean? Having his friends talk him down, I thought that was awesome.
T just made a really good point, man. That leaves the door wide open for Tony Nese to come and attack Moxley or somehow get involved. Now, I hope they don't go the route of him getting involved to where he helps decide the match, but it would be funny to see him show up and have Mox just destroy him real quick and get him out of the ring. That'd be funny.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd really want to see that. I mean, it would be funny, but I think this should just be a one-off thing. It's inconsequential. It should not affect the world title scene.
No, yeah, I hope not. All right, so next up was a JAS promo, the Jericho Appreciation Society, with no Daniel Garcia with them. Jericho demands a face-to-face with Daniel Garcia next week in the ring. And Ricky Steamboat shows up, which was really cool. Now, when I was a kid, man, I was a huge Ricky the Dragon Steamboat fan. He was like one of my top 5 guys. So it was nice to see him tonight. He says that Danielson should be his mentor, not Jericho. And I think, who was it? Angelo starts to get into Dragon Steamboat's face, and Steamboat hit him with what I thought was a heart punch, but it could have just been a slap to the chest. But
Just a chop.
yeah, it was just a chop to the chest. It was pretty nice, and did what it needed to do. It was good. Got to see the Dragon in the AEW. I hope we get to see more of him one day. I hope it's not a one-off.
Yeah, I think Ricky Steamboat is fantastic. I think he's an inspiration for a lot of the AEW guys.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, next up was the Varsity Blondes versus the Gun Club, and dude, I blinked and I did not see what happened here. What happened in the match? Like, was that like a 10-second match?
Squash match. It was about 20 seconds. I also blinked. But so basically what happens is they pushed Pillman off the apron. Big T saying, "Damn, how old is Jeff for him to be a fan of Steamboat as a kid?"
Yeah. To be fair, I did catch him at the end of his career, but yeah, I'm old.
Jeff, cut to the King's Court, please. So the thing that I'm trying to make sure people understand, right? I love Jeff. He's like a grandfather to me. But like the thing is, this man is ancient. Like there are a few people in my life, very few, that I just feel this instant. Oh, hold on, I gotta make sure that the belt's not blocked by the King's Court. That instant, like, there's like the age gap. Sometimes I just feel it so strong. Whether it's like Jeff and I driving home from a Dynamite show, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta have alkaline water, otherwise my tummy starts hurting." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm like, I could, if I wanted to, I could drink whatever the fuck I want right now and be fine the next morning." I mean, like, I'm not like young anymore, but Jesus Christ. I don't want to tear this guy to shreds. Again, I love this guy. Like, he's like a grandfather to me. He drives me to all my Dynamite shows. It's great. I don't want to ruin what we have going here, but you gotta call a spade a spade. Like, this guy, Jeff, there's a rumor. Is it true that you went to grade school with Luchasaurus? It's true.
This is actually true, and I do have to say, for being such an old guy, I look pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm okay with it.
Just messing with you, Jeff. You're old though. Jeff, how old are you?
Man.
Like, what's your actual age number here?
What's that?
What's your actual age number? Like, how old?
36.
See, I honestly, I don't want to upset you. I really thought you were in your early 40s.
No, there's a chance I'm 37. Purple might have to confirm this because I kind of stopped paying attention at 30, but I think it's 36. I was born in 85.
Okay, see, like, I guess
that's 37, isn't it? Purple, am I 37?
It's like I'm 29, so like I guess the age gap on paper is not that bad, but it feels like a really long 7 years. It feels like a really big gap in the 7 years there. Anyways, what were we talking? What were we talking about?
So we were talking about this squash match with the Gun Club.
Yeah, right. So basically, the Gun Club destroys the Varsity Blondes. Billy Gunn comes into the ring, and he said, "Purple's confirming you are 37." Anyways, so Billy says, "This is exactly why I pushed you guys so hard, because I knew you guys could have this kind of match. This is the success I was talking about. I'm so proud of you boys." Stokely comes out with his little card, and the Ass Boys turn on their father, Jim Ross. Man, JR did a fucking phenomenal job putting this over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, and again, this is one of those hills I'm gonna die on. I know he's getting older and he slips up on things sometimes. He's the best. He's absolutely the best. Yeah. JR's like, some people don't even have a father, and you pieces of shit turned on your father. Big T said I'm a toddler. Compared to Jeff, yeah, I am. I'm only 29. Wild. Jim Ross just absolutely selling this. Like, it's already like points already taken on it, but like JR just hammering it home. Like some people don't even have a father. That's your fucking dad. Like, you're turning your back on him for Stokely Hathaway. Like,
yeah.
And then the Acclaimed come out, And again, like when I say that I was filled with serotonin so hardcore tonight, the levels peak because the Acclaim come out to save Billy Gunn, and Billy is sitting there, he's cowering, he's like, "No, don't hit me. I'm sorry for what I've done to you." And Anthony Bowens just goes like this, and he says, "Scissor me, daddy ass." And I
Scissor
fucking
me,
popped.
daddy ass.
Fucking popped. Amazing.
Never
Juan,
ask
what,
a man his age. No, that's the girl code, bro.
I was
Dudes
gonna
don't
say,
care.
yeah, Juan, what are you talking about? That is absolutely not the bro code. Like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
that's
What are you
never
talking-
ask a woman her age is the, and it's a man should never ask a woman her age. That's the thing.
What do they say you should never ask a guy though? Like, I feel like there is something. I just don't remember.
His height. I don't know.
Is that what it is? I don't
A
know.
lot,
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of us are a lot of dudes are offended by their own height nowadays.
That's
Aggression.
fine. Oh boy.
All right. So I really loved this segment here. I think I even posted in Discord that eventually the Gun Club will embrace the ass. They will embrace being the ass boys eventually, and
Makes no
the group will
sense.
be a thing again. It's gonna be great.
No, that makes no sense. It just doesn't. Like the whole point of the character is that it's the fans that get to enjoy that. And
Yeah.
the second that the ass boys buy into it, it no longer becomes like it ruins that bit for them. Like I'm sure eventually when they turn face, there will be some moments where they're like, "Yeah, man, ass boys, we're the ass boys, whatever, dude." Like, but I don't know. I think that it's best as it is now, and it's only gonna go down if they turn face and use it.
Oh man, Big T, he can't move his mouth because of a stroke, man. It's not his fault.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. Big T, like actually, so Big T bringing up a really good point, Jeff, that we didn't really talk about. So Juan, how does it feel? This is a question for Juan in the chat. How did you feel tonight, Juan, when you saw John Moxley kiss CM Punk?
I felt like he did that specifically because it made such a ruckus on Twitter. And
I
you know,
absolutely.
Punk is a little bit of you know, a progressive or whatever you want to call it as well. He definitely supports the community of the LGBTQ. So I think they both were kind of like, bro, let's do that real quick. It'll be fucking hilarious. Tell all those people on Twitter to go fuck themselves, you know?
Yeah, it's just to my point of why it was okay that he did it with Effie too. It's like he's doing like he knows what he's doing. Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna get worked about and get all upset about it, like that's why he did it. Like he did it tonight. Like he knew that people were upset. Juan said, "I felt disgusted." You know, Jeff, I don't know if you saw it, but I sent Juan a video that's on Instagram. Actually, Kurt Angle posted on his own Instagram, and it was a clip of in the ring, Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar kissing.
Really?
Oh, it's real. Go back in the Discord. You might have to scroll up a little bit, or go to Kurt Angle's real Instagram, the actual Kurt Angle. It was a video, and basically, like they're in each other's face. I think this was leading up to WrestleMania 19. I think they're in each other's face, and Brock just grabs Kurt and just kisses him, grabs his cheeks, kisses him, and then Kurt responds by going to give him a hug, and he like grabs Brock's butt like this, and,
Okay.
and pulls it up.
I'll just take your
Gets
word
confident.
for it. I don't need to yeah.
See, Juan is full of poop emoji. Ever since that GCW clip, he is questioning. Oh boy, I'm not gonna finish that.
Yeah, we'll leave
That's
that
fine.
one alone. All right,
that
so
one alone.
next up was a promo from Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt on Wardlow and FTR. I thought this was good. I love Sanjay Dutt when he gets all angry and starts flipping out now. His pencil went flying off of his ear, and he's like, I lost my pencil. I'm so angry. I thought it was great. You know, leads up to another promo later on. After that, we got the Death Triangle promo on Will Ospreay and Aussie Open. I love how Pac mentioned you must have had your head in a box. So I think we're going to start seeing signs of Kip Sabian returning soon. But this is going to be an incredible match, man. Death Triangle versus Ospreay and Aussie Open. Oh my God.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
absolutely. Purpleness says, "How did I miss them kiss?" You probably just didn't notice it. It was when they were like right in each other's faces. Moxley did it super fast. He was just like, "Wow," did like a really quick like French kiss on the cheek type thing, like super fast. Why aren't
I could just
FTR
imagine
tag
Juan
champs
sitting in
already?
his.
There were things like that they had already planned, and FTR are tag champs for like 3 other organizations. So we'll get there. We'll get there, Trav.
I could just imagine Juan sitting in his living room watching Dynamite tonight, knowing that Mox and Effie kissed, and then him just sitting there and seeing Mox kiss Punk, and he's like, "This is bullshit." Flipping the table over,
Flip the
he
table.
punched the hole in his wall. He's like, "I'm disgusted. I'm absolutely disgusted."
Tightens up the lid on his Pepsi and just fucking throws it. Oh shit! Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
great.
make a joke. I love Juan, but I'm gonna do it anyway. His mom yells down from the upstairs, like, "What are you doing, sweetie?" Juan's like, "Mom, shut up."
Yeah.
It's gross. I love you, Juan. I'm just
Oh
teasing.
man, we love you. We love you, Juan. You know we love you, bro.
Yeah, it's all
All
good
right.
fun.
So next up was a Jungle Boy promo on Christian, and dude, thank God Christian came out when he did, because Jungle Boy seemed to be struggling out there to me. I don't know if it was just me, but his promo sounds like he's like reading it off of a teleprompter. He needs to get a little bit better on the mic. Do you feel that at all?
I didn't think it was too bad. Did I think it was worse than the first promo he did? I don't think it was awful. My biggest critique is he needs to hold the mic a little bit closer, or he
Yep.
needs to speak louder. He sounded very soft and quiet, and I think that affected his presentation. Early in the match, I thought it might have been the mic. Maybe it still was the mic.
No, he was
but
for
he was
sure
kinda
holding
like,
it too far away.
He was kind of holding the mic, and he was like down here like this, and he was talking like this. He's like, "Guys, I'm just letting you all know." that
Yo,
I'm just-"
Juggernaut 97, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Juggernaut? So, anyways,
Yeah, it was
I thought
definitely
that
he was holding the mic too far away from his mouth. You could tell as he moved it closer, it sounded better, and I'm not sure why that was. Normally they're pretty good about doing that. That was a little odd. I saw that as well.
Yeah, I think Jungle Boy. We got to remember Jungle Boy's still young. He's still growing, and
Yeah.
was it awful? I don't think it was awful. I think it got the job done, and it got its points across. Jungle Boy's not known for his talking yet, and that's fine. And maybe he never will be. At the end of the day, though, he's a really good wrestler who's a very likable babyface who he could still fill the role he needs to fill, in the hierarchy of the roster. But no, I think that this was fine. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't great. It was just good. It was good.
Yeah, it was
okay
fine,
with
yeah.
it.
I do
Christian
like what Trav said there, that finally after these two chasing for a little bit, it was good to see Jungle Boy, get to take him down and give him a little bit of what for a few moments there.
Yeah. I did like the one line that Jungle Boy dropped where he's like, "I tried to hit him with my hands, a chair, and even a car."
Yeah, Tony
And
Schiavone's like, "I was there."
I was there. I can attest to this. He did attempt to murder him. The other thing, and I thought that this also really hurt the segment, were the fucking what chants. I hate the what chants.
I didn't
can't
notice
stand
one.
it.
Was there?
No, it was a really bad one. Like for me, that's actually something that I didn't like, and maybe that also ties into the presentation of the promo. But Jungle Boy was doing that thing that wrestlers do sometimes, where he would say 3 words and pause, and then say a word and pause, and then he would say 5 more words and pause. And this crowd, for some reason, well, it wasn't this crowd. It was like, you could tell it was like just 4 guys who felt like being obnoxious. Started doing the what chant. And I can't stand the what chant. I think it's like
I
one
really
of the worst
hate that.
things.
I didn't even notice it, so I'm glad I didn't notice it.
For me, it did, bro. It lessened the promo for me personally. But it was like right before Christian came out. But so Christian comes out. Christian says, "You want to face me at All Out?" The answer is no. He's like, "I'll tell you why." He's like, "Because we got a little worked up. The emotions got the best of us."
And he's like, "And you got a little personal, but it's okay." And I was like, "He got personal, Jesus."
And he's like, "I love you. You're like a son to me."
Yeah, I died right there. I was like, "What?"
God, so good from Christian Cage.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Big T saying, "What? What to what? What did I say?"
Not
Big T,
sure. The
elaborate.
delay makes us it's hard to know what when they say stuff like that.
Yeah. So undo my like.
No, do not undo the like. If you undo it, do it again.
I'm confused. What did I say? Did I say something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Big T. Tell me what I said. If it's a joke or not, I don't care.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
let me know what I said that you're saying what to. But yeah, man. So Jungle Boy.
He's doing the
he's
what
gonna
thing.
go-
God damn it! I hate you, T.
Oh, mother
You bastard.
fucker. For that, he's spending the night in the dungeon of the King's Court.
Oh, that was so good. He got us both hard too. Oh man. All right.
Can't stand it. Can't stand it.
All right. Next
believe
up
you-
was a promo with FTR and Wardlow, and I thought this was awesome. I love seeing FTR with Wardlow. Wardlow cut a nice little promo here as well. I can't wait to see Wardlow powerbomb Satnam Singh. I have a feeling that's where this is leading to, and everyone's gonna freak out, and we'll see.
So here's a thought process. If MJF is coming back, and my prediction of MJF having Stokely make this this faction, right, with Ethan Page and the Ass Boys and MJF, right?
To the
Is it
dungeon.
fair to assume that there could be some feuds going on here? Because clearly it's the Pinnacle. Like they even said it. Like when you're in the Pinnacle, you're always on top, and it's FTR and Wardlow. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm overly connecting dots here, but they're building this faction. Meanwhile, the Pinnacle is a babyface without MJF. I don't know. Am I thinking too much into this?
I don't know. I didn't catch that, man. That's a really good point, dude. Damn.
So here's my thing, right? So the Jay Lethal trio, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, Satnam Singh, they're having this trios match at All Out now, and like that's great. But not that it feels like filler. It just feels very, very quick. Like I feel like this came about very quickly in a sense that it almost feels like a filler waiting like for the next thing for them.
Leave that
saying,
one. We'll leave that one alone
Dude,
as
Dungeon
well.
of the Kingdom is awesome. I stretch Tony Storm out every night. You can't hear her. Hit those high notes? Question mark. Juice Robinson would like to have a word with you, sir.
Yeah, man. You better watch out. T. Juice is a beast.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm again fantasy booking. It's what I do best.
Absolutely.
I'm always trying to figure out where TK is going with stuff. Sometimes I get it right.
That's why you're the broken predictions champion. All right, next up was one of my favorite matches of the night: Kylin King versus, as we speak of the devil, Tony Storm. If you don't know Kylin King, man, she has been, part of AEW since the beginning, really. She's not a day one, but she's definitely been there for sometime during the first year. She was like part of the first group that they brought in. She was part of the Nightmare Factory with Cody. She is one of my favorite female wrestlers. There's nothing about her that I don't like. She's 6'1". She's got red hair. She's got the look. She can wrestle her ass off. She can hang in there with anyone I've seen her in there with. I really hope we finally get a graphic one day of Kylin King as All Elite, but she has been focused on the indies lately. So we'll see how that goes. But this match was great. This was one of the better women's matches we've had in a while on AEW, especially in a singles capacity. What'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was great, and I really agree with you. I like Kylin King a lot. She's part of that pandemic crew, as I refer to them, the pandemic crew. And she's great, and I hope that she's doing well wherever she is, and would love to see her in AEW.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big fan.
All right, next up was let's go ahead and we'll finish the match. Tony Storm, she hit her finisher and wins the match here. Great showing by Kylin King, great showing by Tony Storm. They showed Thunder Rosa in the back watching the match, smiling, glad that her tag team partner just won, but Tony Storm is also the number one contender, so that's going to be an interesting route wherever that goes here soon. Next up was a Trustbusters promo on the Best Friends with Sonny Kiss joining the group there. I don't know if Sonny... What's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't know if Sonny Kiss fits the group as much as they had hoped, or if it's just Parker Boudreaux that stands out, like he doesn't look like a guy that would hang out with these dudes. You know what I mean?
Well, it doesn't matter because they're there for the money.
True. Okay. They just need to emphasize that more. Then he needs to be like, I'm paying you. No. He emphasizes that he's rich all the time. I don't think I've ever heard him say that he's paying them or anything. Has he?
Yeah, he's like, when they were introduced, he's like, your contracts are mine. I bought them out, and he's saying things like that. And
that makes sense. Okay.
he keeps saying how he's going around trying to sign the best talent. Now, this was also, it wasn't just the Trustbusters promo. It was best friends too. I know you don't like Orange Cassidy, so you're very quick to overlook him. Jeff, if I put a picture in the Discord, can you put it up on chat for me or on stream?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna. I saw this art today, and I wanted to share it. I believe that it was actually tweeted by Chuck Taylor. Someone sent it to him, but this is art, ladies and gentlemen. Because this might as well be an Orange Cassidy podcast. Is it on the screen yet, Jeff?
Yes, it is.
Okay, this is art. This right here. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Now you got Orange Cassidy floating majestically over a pond, a lake, whatever you want to call it.
He's standing in a seashell.
On the seashell, he has hands in his pockets. He has Chris Statlander feeding him something from the tree. Get well soon, Chris. We miss you. And then he has Chuck and Trent in the fucking jacket, the trench coat, as angels. And let me just say, this needs to be a part of the King's Dungeon, the King's Court in the dungeon. I agree with you, Big T. This is fucking art. This is beautiful. I saw this on Twitter today, and I saved it in my phone knowing that I would be sitting here tonight wanting to share this with everyone. I just want everyone to sit here and enjoy this. Jeff, how does this make you feel?
I feel like someone had some extra time on their hands, and they were able to draw a fantastic drawing here. And it actually looks... it looks like it's made out of colored pencil, which is even more impressive, because colored pencil is not easy to draw with.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
trying to
phenomenal.
figure everything out here. So yeah, we got Orange Cassidy standing on a seashell, floating in what looks to be the ocean. There's two people in the background that I can't quite figure out who they are. They may not be anybody specific, in a little rowboat. And yeah, Statlander, she has like a wand in her hand. I'm not sure what that is. It's like a fairy wand or something. Oh, it's her recorder. Cool. She plays the recorder, the doo-doo-doo-doo thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's
so
what it is.
I do want to credit the artist for this, because I found Chuck Taylor retweeted it. This was drawn by an artist on Twitter. Her handle is And Dropkicks. Full name is Chips and Dropkicks.
Nice.
Yeah, this is really good work. She's based in the UK. Really, really awesome work here. This is great. This is very
that
good.
was nice. I really like that, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Instead of the mirror, it'll be this. Anyways, I wanted to share that because I knew that Orange Cassidy was going to be on TV tonight, and I just wanted to share it when it came up.
Yeah, Juan, it did have an old colonial America feeling to it. Yeah, like the old yeah. I agree. All right, next up.
I want to see who's in this rowboat. It looks like, okay, so I'm like zooming in hardcore.
Is it Hook and Danhausen?
I think one of them. Yeah, it's Hookhausen.
It's Hookhausen.
Yeah, because one is definitely Danhausen. The guy's in black with a white face, and then the other guy looks like a skinny white dude with brown hair. Now, oh, you know what this is?
It is for sure. It's 100% Hookhausen. He's got the wraps on his hands and everything.
Yeah. So, there are the wraps. So.
That's brilliant.
For Quake by the Lake, there was a video package, and in the or a screen backstage, and on the lake was Danhausen and Hook in a boat. So this is reference to that.
Here, I'm gonna screenshot something for you, and you should make this like the background on your phone.
What are you sending to me?
I'm screenshotting something, and I'm gonna post this back in Discord. This should be your like your phone background. There you go.
I'm waiting for it.
It is Danhausen and Hook, Quake by the Lake. Oh my god, it makes perfect sense. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that. Go check the artist out. I'm actually going to follow her on Twitter now that I'm here. on her Twitter. Beautiful work.
Retweeted and tagged the pod so I can follow her as well on the pod.
All right, I'm gonna. Well, so I retweeted her the actual tweet of her artwork on my Twitter. So
Okay.
you can go find me on Twitter in the description below, and you can find her. Anyways, yeah, great artwork there.
Yeah,
Loved
absolutely.
it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah.
All right, so next up was a quick video with Hook is actually about his match going with Zach Clayton, the New Jersey douche. We'll see what goes on in that match. That's on Rampage, right?
Yes.
I hope Hook absolutely destroys that dude, but looks like they're pushing this guy a little bit. He's probably gonna have a good showing against Hook, but I don't like that guy. Fuck New Jersey.
New Jersey.
All right. So next up was next up was the main event of the night. First, we got La Facción Ingobernables with their awesome entrance coming out. And then we had the Young Bucks making their entrance with Brandon Cutler. And, you know, they almost tried to make it seem like it was going to be Brandon Cutler for a moment there. But Cutler whipped out a piece of paper and he handed it to Justin Roberts. And Justin Roberts had a shocked look on his face. And boy, did we get one of the best entrance calls for Kenny by God Omega that I have ever heard or seen. And we got the return of Kenny Omega. Oh my God, this was amazing. Like I said earlier, I legitimately had tears rolling down. It was incredible. What an absolute amazing comeback. This was great.
So I don't want to upset you, but I need to get some second opinions from the chat here.
Okay.
So Kenny felt really off here for me, personally.
What do you mean?
He just didn't seem well, and I don't know if maybe he was selling because he just came back and he's selling ring rust, and ring rust is a thing, but like someone on Kenny Omega's level, I don't expect to ring rust, and maybe that's not fair, but something just didn't seem like I'm watching him, and like it wasn't bad, but like it wasn't at the quality that I expect from Kenny Omega. He just didn't seem to be in the right spot in a few points. Like, yeah, maybe he was selling ring rust. Again, I'm not trying to rain on the parade, and I don't want to be Johnny Raincloud. I don't like being Johnny Raincloud. But I don't know. I'm watching this, and even towards the end, like, it was a very, like, so the finish is the one-winged angel. And it was a very weak one-winged angel. Like, I was actually kind of worried whether he was actually going to be able to do it or not. Like, I don't know. It just didn't look very good. Like, I think Kenny did a great job in terms of the being there and, like, you know, his character, his presentation, but I don't know, like, and even the fact that he was wearing what he was wearing, it's clearly there to kind of help support him in places, and like it's meant to kind of, you know, keep, you know, it has medical purposes based off what they were saying, and it looked like it had some sort of built-in cast along his shoulder. I don't know. I want to see more. I wonder, did they bring Kenny back too early? Was Kenny not ready? I don't know. I mean, time will tell. But I'm sitting here watching this match, and like, I thought it was a great match overall. But like, there were a few points in this match, especially towards the end, where I was like, what's going? Like, I don't know. Kenny just seemed off. It didn't.
I actually didn't notice anything like that outside of him kind of selling a little bit of ring rust, and he was definitely selling his abdomen because, you know, we know he had a hernia that he got taken care of, so it really felt like he was selling that, which is also, you know, he's still wearing that black shirt and he's got like this really cool shoulder pad thing going on. So yeah, I think it's all part of the plan, is, you know, to make it look, you know, a little bit like he's got that not quite 100%, you know, and stuff like that.
And Big T, I understand, you know, it was his first match back, and I'm not sitting here like shitting on the guy. I mean, this is not that. We're just having discussion. I just felt like watching it, like there was a spot, like probably like really close to the beginning of the match, maybe like a quarter of the way through the match at the latest, where they looked like they were about to do something, and Kenny kind of rolls, but he doesn't, like, he just kind of sits there and then looks up and he shakes his head and laughs it off because he made a mistake. And even the commentary team was like, oh yeah, it's ring rust. And again, it's his first match back. I get it. But I'm just, I'm concerned that maybe it was too soon. I don't know if it was too soon or not. Again,
Nah.
maybe he has ring rust, and that's fine if he does. Maybe he's still hurt and he wants to come back. That's fine if he does. I thought that the spot outside the ring where they on the barricade was fucking wild.
Yeah, that was insane, dude. That little kid, freaking Dragon Lee landed in that kid's lap.
Yeah. But yeah, again, this is just, it's very early. Let's get like a month from now and see where we're at. I'm just pointing out something that I saw, and it seemed like Joseph Juhas also saw the same thing. Something just felt a little off with him. It doesn't mean that I'm shitting on Kenny Omega. It doesn't mean that. I'm just saying. I watched the match. I thought it was a great match. I just felt like Kenny was a little, I felt like everybody was one step ahead of Kenny in this match. Let me put it that way. I feel like everybody else was clicking, everything was turning, all cylinders were going, and then I just felt like Kenny was kind of a step behind them. And again, ring rust, it's fine.
Yeah, and he hasn't been in the ring for a while, and I think they kept it very secretive that he was coming back because we didn't find much out until kind of on BTE this week, and they've been hinting at it a little bit. But nobody has seen him training or anything, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's reported seeing him back in a ring somewhere in a garage or anything like that. So this might have been his first time, like, actually back in the ring in a while,
Yeah, Thomas Brooks in the chat. What's up, Thomas? He also said that something was definitely off with Kenny. So, okay.
Man, I didn't notice that at all, but all right.
Oh, Juhas just wants to be called Juhas. He hates both names. Sorry,
I call him Juhas.
Well, Jeff, you didn't fill me in, so now I know. I'm sorry.
Well, the dudes at the Magic table were calling him Joe, so I don't even know anymore. Come on, man.
Okay, whatever. It's fine. Well, now I know. Anyways, yeah. So let's talk about some fantasy booking for this trios tournament, because I think there's some the fascinating thing about this tournament is that there's a lot of ways that it can go, and I think that everything relies on the House of Black versus Dark Order trios match. And let me fantasy book. Allow me, once again, if you will. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. So Hangman's going to be backing up the Dark Order. I think that one way they can do this, and I think a way that makes a lot of sense, is you have the Dark Order go to the finals against the Young Bucks and Kenny. I think the Dark Order unfortunately beats the House of Black. I think that's what they do. And I think you get to the finals, and then there's two ways I could see it having it go down. One way is in the finals, you have Kenny and the Bucks win, and the Dark Order turns on Hangman. Now, the Dark Order could turn on Hangman with Wyndham coming. I think that makes a lot of sense, and that's what I'm going to say I think is going to happen. At which case, Kenny and the Bucks will save Hangman, and then we can get a feud going between those two factions until the Undisputed Elite are cleared, and then the Undisputed Elite come back, and they feud with the Elite. And that's what I think is going to happen. So, if the Dark Order beats House of Black, I'm going to feel very confident in this prediction. I think that it'll be the Bucks versus the Dark Order. Bucks beat the Dark Order. The Dark Order turns on Hangman. Maybe we get a debuting Wyndham. They destroy Hangman, and then either the Bucks and Kenny make the save, or the Bucks and Kenny come out and check on him afterwards, and then they all get back together. That's fantasy booking.
So that is definitely fantasy booking with the whole Wyndham showing up thing. Now imagine if they take this to the next level. If Wyndham shows up in the Dark Order and they almost remember when the Undertaker put people up on the cross, like Stone Cold and them back in the day? Imagine if they went something crazy like that. You know what I mean? That'd be so good.
Juha saying, I thought he was going to the Fed. Why so gung ho on him coming to AEW? So the report that came out was that WWE higher ups think that they have him in the they think they can get him back. There was
Yeah.
there's no confirmation where he's going. And also at this point I'm very 50-50 on whether he's going to be in AEW or not.
Yeah. And we really
Again,
want him here.
I absolutely want him here. I still feel very slimy about that company, especially now that I know that Mr. Levesque is just doing slimy shit like his father-in-law. So that's
Yeah.
don't feel good about that. Anyways, I don't know. I mean, it's 50-50. I think it's a toss-up whether he goes back to the Fed or he goes to AEW. But I'm just fantasy booking. If he's going to, I think if he's going wherever he's going to be debuting soon.
Yeah.
I mean, Clash at the Castle is on the 3rd, and All Out's on the 4th. So
I'll tell you this much: when Wyndham comes back, wherever he winds up going, currently Cody Rhodes is the highest paid wrestler on the planet. Wyndham will, without a doubt, be the highest paid wrestler on the planet when he comes back. There's no doubt in my mind. Wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Do we know who got the phone
happens.
call yet? No, actually, I don't believe we do. And honestly, the match tonight with Kylan King and Tony Storm gave me another idea. I thought it could actually be Tony Storm that they may have made that phone call to, you know?
Oh, right, the tampering.
Yeah, we were going with a lot of the male talent. I don't think we thought about Tony Storm there.
No, if I had to make a guess, I think it was Malachi Black.
Yeah.
That's who I would say that because he was a Triple H guy. He was an NXT guy.
Yep.
Who got destroyed when he went up to the main roster and got released. He's he's an amazing talent. He's, that's who I think it is personally. I would say Malachi Black, but at the same time, I've listened to like Malachi and outside and kayfabe, out of kayfabe interviews and stuff, and he seems like a genuinely just a great dude. So he seems like the kind of guy that would be like, hey, I'm just letting you know, AEW officials, they called me. This is what happened.
Yeah.
I'm happy here. I don't want to leave here. Just letting you know, you have a right to know that they did reach out to me. Which I don't want to get too much into it, but like, I understand that like it's a thing and it happens. This for me was kind of a like, at least for now, this was a deciding factor that I'm not going back to watching the Fed because like for me, I think pro wrestling's at its best when there are multiple places where people can go and work. And I think Hunter doing what he did was a very, very bold, blank statement of, not blank, but a very firm statement of, we want to be the only game in town still. That's how we are. We want to put everyone out of business. We want to steal all your talent. We want to raid your talent, and we want to hurt you. Instead of making ourselves better, we want to hurt the competition. And if that's how Hunter wants it to be, if it's going to be a war, if that's how Hunter wants to look at it, and I have to pick a side, then fuck the Fed. It's slimy, and I'm not even saying it for jokes. And like, I'm sure some people would be like, dude, chill the fuck out. It's just wrestling. But like, fuck that, man. It's gross. Like they're literally calling guys who are contracted and trying to get them to break their contracts. Because here's the thing, right? Like, one of them came forward. If they called one. Like, if they called one, there was more than one phone call made.
Yep.
Like, there's no way that talent relations over there, working under Levesque, because I'm not going to call him Triple H at this point. I'm going to call him Levesque. If he wants to be a piece of shit, I'm going to treat him like a piece of shit with zero respect. If Levesque's just going to fucking start calling people, like, if he's going to call one guy, why? Like, what makes you think he's fucking stopped at one? Like, that's just dumb. That's a dumb way to think. Like, there's no way he's just stopping at one. So, it's shitty.
Yep.
It's scummy. It leaves a very... No, like, see, here's the thing, Big T. Like, the glasses are for heel Rome. This isn't heel Rome. This is how I genuinely feel. I mean, like, if I'll put the glasses on if you want. Like, the glasses and the belt are a gimmick, man. Like, I mean, I am the champion. That's not a gimmick. That's a shoot.
Trav hit the nail on the head right there. He learned the worst from the worst.
What'd you say?
Trav hit the nail on the head right there. Triple H learned the worst from the worst.
Yeah. So again, like, and I know that like Juan and I go back and forth in Discord and have our fun, have our jokes, but like it's so slimy and so scummy. I feel so grossed out by it that I want nothing to do with it. I just don't. So, that's kind of my view on that. Like, fuck them, fuck them still. I don't care if you're making the product a little bit better because your matches are going on a little bit longer. At the end of the day, your presentation is still dog shit, and I don't even want to look at it from a product perspective.
Yeah.
Like, it's just gross. And I understand. Again, I understand it's a business, but like, it's literally illegal. Tony Khan could literally sue.
Juhas, it's actually like considered contract tampering. Like in the NFL, people would be getting fined millions of dollars for this. You know what I mean?
Dude,
So
the Dolphins just lost a first-round pick, and their owner got suspended for 3 months.
Yeah, the Dolphins lost their first-round pick.
And a third round for the next year. Like this is a real big offense. Like, and that's like the league. No one even sued the Dolphins. That's the league acting on its own behalf to avoid a lawsuit. Like, if Tom Brady wanted to sue the Miami Dolphins, or if Robert Kraft wanted to, excuse me, because this is when Tom Brady was with the Patriots that it happened. Like, if Robert Kraft wanted to sue the owner of the Dolphins, he absolutely could, but this is the NFL's way of trying to keep that from becoming a thing.
I do agree with that also, Juhas, because we don't know we don't know the full story yet, so I don't know if we ever will.
Hold on. So what is exactly the way? How could it be misconstrued? Of the facts are the facts. A talent relations employee at WWE called a contracted AEW wrestler to see if they would want to come back to work for WWE. Like, that is the facts. Like, could there be more to the story? Sure, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. And Fightful said that they spoke to the wrestler and confirmed it. So why would this AEW contracted wrestler make this up? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, it's one thing for it to be speculation, but Sean Ross Sapp, who did the reporting for Fightful, said that he's keeping it anonymous out of their respect, but he spoke personally to the AEW contracted wrestler who confirmed that yes, all of this is true.
But we haven't heard like what they actually said to him. So like, what if the conversation was, "You guys happy over there? Yeah, all right, cool. Well, guess what? You know, you're welcome back here anytime you want." If that was all the conversation was, it's completely different. They may have taken it, you know, to another level, but
that's still contract.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. That's all.
I understand you're playing devil's advocate. That's still contract tampering. Saying, "Hey, are you happy? Would you come back?" Like that's still contract tampering.
Yeah, it still shouldn't be happening. That's all, you know, but it is what it is.
Gross. Again, I knew somebody in the chat was going to say like, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal, man. Chill out," and that's fine. You know, agree to disagree. It grosses me out, and I just don't. I don't want any part of it. I don't want any part of it. If it's that deep for Mr. Levesque, if it's that deep for Paul, and he really wants to just steal all the AEW guys and you know, raid all the talent of the indies again and hoard talent again and have fucking Malachi Black sitting catering and stuff like that, because you know Triple H did that in NXT too. We don't talk about it, but Triple H was the guy who signed all that talent that Vince hoarded for years. Like, he was the guy that did that. There were so many guys who were sitting around doing nothing. Like, but they had the TV time to do it. Like AEW, sometimes guys don't get focused, but they don't have the TV time that WWE has. That's just a fact. That's just factual. Yeah. Anyways,
all right, let's get back on track, back to this match here, because I don't feel like we did this match enough justice, because we kind of started talking about Kenny not looking right, but I thought everybody in this match looked absolutely incredible. Nick Jackson, holy shit, man. Every single time this dude gets in the ring, I am like blown away with some stuff that Nick Jackson does. This dude is incredible. I think I wrote it down like 3 times. I was like, did I say Nick Jackson is incredible? I wrote that like 3 separate times. This was so good. I thought this match was absolutely great. Like I said, honestly, I did not notice what you guys were talking about with Kenny. Maybe I haven't seen him in so long that I didn't notice some things, but I just thought he was selling very well, and you know, he was selling up the injuries, and he was still wearing the gear and stuff for the injuries to be kind of sold up. So, you know, that's what I thought there, but this was an amazing match. Kenny Omega hits the one-winged angel to Dragon Lee and gets the win. Dude, this match was great. I'm so happy that he's back. You know, I hope he's just selling some of his injuries to make it, you know, a little bit more interesting and give us something more to talk about here like we are. But This was great, man. So the spot we were talking about earlier with Dragon Lee and Kenny on the outside. So they had Jose, the assistant, and Roosh were holding Kenny up on the railing. Basically, he was sitting on the railing. And then Andrade came up and pulled the middle rope down. And Dragon Lee did his freaking tope suicida and speared Kenny straight in the chest, sitting on the railing. So remember last time Dragon Lee did something like this? He did that crazy ass table spot. And then he does this, man. Like, these were two incredible spots here. I didn't see anything in it that made it look like Kenny would have got injured. I think I was more concerned for the two children in the audience there, but I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it was an excellent spot.
All right. So Big T says, can we please get our Kenny Omega Fight Forever collector set? Oh, man. Yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of collector set they do. That'd be freaking awesome. Get a nice statue of Kenny or maybe Jade. Yeah, do Jade. Speaking of the Fight Forever game, congratulations to Jade Cargill for being the first ever black woman to grace the cover of a wrestling video game. When I found that out, I was very disappointed in the E because I could have swore Sasha was on one of their covers, but congratulations to Jade Cargill. That's an excellent achievement for her. Super proud of her. She's like right there, bam, front and center. She's kind of in the back, but it really makes her feel like she's like right in the front, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's awesome for her.
Yeah, Big T. Yeah, Big T, man. I'm excited for She-Hulk. Apparently it's pretty good actually. I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. I'm excited.
I heard the main actress for She-Hulk injured her butthole during the filming of the show, so that's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever injured that area before. So,
what are your sources, Jeff?
It was all over Twitter. Actually, it was kind of funny.
Wow.
They were using a different wording as well, and I was kind of like, I didn't want to read that today.
Okay.
But that was the end of Dynamite. This was one of my favorite episodes of Dynamite in, I guess, weeks. Really, they've been on such a good run this year of Dynamites. Super awesome to have Kenny Omega back. We got CM Punk back. We got Danielson back. I mean, we got everybody. It's time for the show to just start taking off, man. Towards the end of the year here, we're about to have some really good wrestling coming up soon.
Absolutely.
All right, so now that we are done with our Dynamite review, let us do the giveaway before we do anything else here. I'm going to make sure anybody that is in chat, if you have not typed in the word Omega, please type in the word Omega into chat to join the giveaway. We're going to do the drawing here in just a few moments. Rome, you want to give us what's going to go down on Rampage first, and then we will do the drawing.
Absolutely. So this Friday on Rampage, first up we have the Trios Tournament quarterfinals. We have the Trust Busters versus the Best Friends. We have Penelope Ford, who returned on Elevation this past week, versus Athena. That's an interesting matchup because Penelope just got back, so I wonder if Athena moving away from Jade, or is Athena going to beat Penelope here?
I don't know. She's probably going to beat Penelope, but...
Yeah. We will hear from Claudio Castagnoli. We also have the FTW Championship, Hook versus Zach Clayton. And we have the World Tag Team Championship, Swerve in Our Glory versus Private Party. Confirmed for All Out on September 4th is Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm for the Women's Championship. Again, I know that plans change, which means that, man, it breaks my heart because you got to know that Chris Statlander was in this spot. She had to have been in this spot to take the belt off Thunder Rosa, which really sucks because that's heartbreaking. Because I was looking at that and I was like, man, because they just had that match at Forbidden Door. Yeah. So it's weird that they're doing the rematch already, but that's probably why. Next week on Dynamite, we have the quarterfinal Trios Championship tournament match, Death Triangle versus Will Ospreay and Aussie Open. Dax Harwood will take on Jay Lethal. And then finally announced, for some reason, who fucking knows why, we're getting CM Punk versus Jon Moxley for the AEW unification of the AEW World Heavyweight Championships. I have no fucking idea what the plan for All Out is. It has to be MJF versus CM Punk. I mean, can you like honestly, Jeff? Can you think of any matchup that is more main event of a pay-per-view worthy right
No.
now than Mox and Punk, other than Punk and MJF?
No, that's an immediate no.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. Like I'm sitting here trying, I'm trying as we've gone through the show, and like maybe Danielson, but again, Danielson's. It's seeming like he's going to be penciled in for Jericho. That's what Meltzer heard, and that's where it seems like we're going. So it's not going to be him. Maybe they do Punk versus Claudio, but I don't think that's as big a match as Punk versus Mox. I can't think of a match that I would do except for Punk MJF. So like, if that's the plan, that's the plan. If like maybe Punk beats Mox clean, and then MJF comes out afterwards with his group. Oh, you know what? I'm going to connect another dot real quick. Punk and FTR are friends.
Yeah.
So again,
What's up,
you got
Hassan?
you got the Pinnacle, you got Punk, you got MJF and his new group with Stokely and those boys. I'm just saying, if it happens, remember that I said it.
Yeah.
Hello, Hassan Terrell.
Hassan, welcome tonight, man. Make sure you type in Omega to join the giveaway for the Young Bucks figures. Make sure you are subscribed as well. It's hard for me to remember everybody that is subscribed.
Yeah, we are moments away from closing the contest. If you haven't yet, now's your chance. Get in, subscribe, and in the chat, capital Omega. Omega. And see, Juhas, Punk Omega, yes, that would be it. But there's no way that Omega is going to challenge for the title if he's already working the trios.
Yeah, I would say Punk Omega too, but Moxley, he's still, I would call him a bigger star just because, of his history with the E. Even though Omega's my favorite wrestler on the planet, once again.
Punk joins Pinnacle. Well, it's not that he's going to join the Pinnacle, but it's, again, the Pinnacle is kind of in place right now, and FTR and Punk are good friends. It just makes a lot of sense for if MJF and Punk is a feud and MJF has this other crew. Again, I'm fantasy booking. If it's the Ass Boys, Ethan Page, and MJF is one side, and you have Punk, Wardlow, and FTR as the other side, that could be, what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and what do we have lined up for next Wednesday? Did we get anything more announced?
Yeah, I already said that. It's
okay. Perfect.
It's Death Triangle versus Will Ospreay and Aussie Open, Dax Harwood versus Jay Lethal, and Punk and Moxley.
Perfect.
The biggest main event in AEW history.
Yeah, that's going to be insane. All right, so let us go ahead and get on with the giveaway here. Hassan, if you didn't hear me there, go ahead and type in capital Omega.
You know what? Maduga actually, that right there, man, that's big. That would be huge. Jeff doesn't agree. That's fine. I don't care what Jeff thinks about this one. Punk versus Orange Cassidy for the title. Give it to me. Absolutely.
I think that would be a great match, but would it be as big as the other two? No.
What if Orange Cassidy beats CM Punk? That'd be big.
Come on, T, it's Battle Royale. You've seen me do it like 3 times tonight, man. I think Big T was drinking a little bit. All right, so let me name everybody who is so far in the drawing. If you don't hear your name, please type Omega. We got Shawn Michaels. We got Big T. We got Coach Nick. We got Joseph Juhas. We got Juan C. We got Juggernaut, Miaja. We got Thomas Brooks, Travrock, and Rome.
I was going to say, don't throw my enter now, and I want to win.
All right, if you did not hear your name, please hit exclamation Omega. We will be doing the drawing in about 30 seconds here.
I know, Big T. I'm just saying I really like Orange Cassidy. So with 100% bias in my heart, I would absolutely love to see CM Punk and Orange Cassidy for the world title main event at pay-per-view.
Oh, man.
That's just bias. That's complete
Trad,
bias.
you got to go back to one of our episodes and watch our 35-minute conversation about that.
Yeah, the wars that were had.
I think it was the episode where Orange Cassidy opened up the show. So
he opens up a lot of shows. He's big on the ratings. They put him out there to open these shows a lot.
All right.
Just
Looks like nobody else is typing in exclamation Omega, so we are going to hit this drawing button. All right, let's go. Big T has won the giveaway. Let's go, Big T. All right, man. Big
victory. Jeff, this is another victory for the King's Court. Once
Absolutely.
again, Jeff, take me to the King's Court. The King's Court, as always, we hold all the gold. We pick up all the wins. When you're watching the Battle Royale play out on the bottom of the screen, most of the times it's Big T picking up wins there for the King's Court. It was a beautiful moment. It was absolutely a beautiful moment for the King's Court. I'm so fucking proud of my boys.
Let's fucking
him
go.
And the coach. Coach is currently in the film room, so he can't watch live. This is yes, Big T. Jeff said your name.
Yeah, I said your
won.
name.
You're bringing it home for the King's Court once again. And, as champion of the Broken Tables podcast, as head of the King's Court, I'm so fucking proud of you, man. You brought another one home for us, for the family.
Absolutely. So, Big T, hit me up on Discord. We'll do a private message. Give me your info, and I will send those out to you as soon as I can.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not crying.
All right. So, man, what a great episode of Dynamite. I think it is time for some 20 questions, is it not?
Yes, and you committed to 3 of them today.
I did.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone that was checking out the AEW Dynamite review and recap. We are about to play Video Game 20 Questions. As you can see behind me, I have amassed over my years of geekdom, I have amassed a very large collection of video games. I'm about to turn the camera off. I'm going to pick a game off the wall, and Jeff, who I am trying to convince to the world, who is not a hardcore gamer, he's just a WoW nerd, that, he has no video games. And so far, I've done pretty well. So I'm going to turn my camera off and pick a game. And Big T will probably get you further than you would ever get on your own. Because that seems to always be the case.
All right. Let's go to the bigger screen here and show these off. So these are the Young Buck figures you won tonight, Big T. They are wearing, I forget where this gear is from. Actually, I do know where it's from. It is from Full Gear in 2020. So those should look real good wherever you decide to put those. You can take them out of the box if you want. You can leave them in the box. Should be pretty nice, though. WWE All-Star is the best wrestling game in your opinion, Sean? I don't think I've ever played All-Star.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
All right, folks, I'm back. I have selected a game. Jeff, you have 20 questions. You are on the clock, sir.
All right, let's
do
do this. Question number 1. Is this a first-person shooter?
No.
All right, question number 2. Trying to think what are all my my genre questions here. Is this an RPG?
No.
All right. Is this a single player game?
It can be.
Okay. Is this an adventure style game?
I want to Google to give you an exact answer.
Oh, we got to turn off that enter the giveaway thing now.
No.
So it is not an adventure style game?
No.
All right. Let's
should've
see
known the answer to
here. Let's try to get the genre down, guys. So I've done first-person shooter, I've done adventure, I've done RPG, and it's all been no. All right, let's go. Is this a sports game?
No.
All right, no sports game. All right. Is this a Nintendo game?
Yes.
All right, so we are in the Nintendo universe. All right. Okay, let's see here. So we asked, is this an adventure? And he had to look it up to see if the answer was a no. All right, so is this a mini game style game?
No.
No? Okay. Let's see here. Watching Gremlins 2, Hulk Hogan's in it. He's in that? What? All right, guys, come on, help me out in chat. Give me some questions here. We're trying to figure out what video game Rome has selected from his library.
He always needs
We
help. You always need help, Jeff.
basically all we know is that it is a Nintendo game. It is not a first-person shooter. It is not an adventure style. It is not an RPG. It is not a sports game. Main character female. I feel like that would eliminate like one game. I can't even think of a female main character on a Nintendo game, to be honest with you. Splatoon. All right, so is this any type of a shooter? Meaning, does your character like fire any type of objects at enemies?
No.
No. Okay. Says you. Imagine if it was Super Mario Sunshine.
Imagine.
Okay. Well, let's do this. So let's try to figure out where this is set in the Nintendo world here. So is this set in the Mario Brothers universe?
No.
Okay. Is this set in the Pokemon universe?
Nope.
All right. Yeah, Mario has projectiles. So no Pokemon universe, no Mario universe. All right. Is this a standalone game or are there sequels? Or is this a standalone game?
No.
No. Okay. So there are sequels to this game. Oh, that's a good one. Is this a fighting style game?
No.
No. Okay. How many questions is that so far?
You have 8 left.
Oh, God. Sonic is not Nintendo. Sonic's Sega. Donkey Kong, definitely. What up, John? Twinkle Toes has returned. You just missed the giveaway, John. Big T won the Young Bucks action figures. Ooh, Metroid Prime for GameCube. T's just throwing something out, hoping it sticks to the wall here.
And most of the time with T, it does. Fortunately for me.
Well, what did Juhas do? Spam something.
Juhas got in trouble.
Sorry, man. I don't control Nightbot. Well, I do, but you know. All right. Let's see here. So, is this a side-scrolling type game?
No.
Okay. No Metroid. No. Sonic. No Crash Bandicoot. None of those guys. Damn, it deleted every message you put out tonight. Holy crap. I did not ask what system it is because I have to do yes or no questions so we can try to eliminate some systems, but we only have 8 questions, or I think 7 now.
7.
Yeah, remember, guys, it's yes or no questions only, so we can't just ask what console it's on. We got to, like, strategically figure that out, which is why it's so hard.
Juhas, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
What? What? There are Yu-Gi-Oh games, and I do own them for Nintendo consoles. But...
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Is the franchise still alive? Meaning, you know, are they still creating games of this?
Yes.
Yes? All right. So would this be in the Zelda universe?
No.
No, okay. So they're still making these games. No Zelda. No Mario, no Pokemon. So in the Nintendo universe, ooh, okay. I said it's not an RPG, so there goes like Stardew Valley and stuff like that, right? Um, man. How many questions we have left?
You have 5.
5 questions left, and I don't even think we're close. Jesus. Is this a racing game?
No.
Damn, I knew we forgot that one there. No Mario Karts. Oh, it's not in the Mario world. God damn it. Harvest Moon. I don't even think I know what that is. I think Purple played it. Is that the one with that little white ghost thing?
You don't even know what Harvest Moon is?
No. Oh, a card game or strategy game? I don't even know what to consider a strategy game though. Like Command and Conquer is like the only strategy game type I know of.
I would consider a strategy game an RTS or a grid-based, turn-based
Okay.
game.
Or card game. What card games are there on Nintendo? Can anybody name some card style games on Nintendo? I don't want to ask the question. I want to kind of gauge whether we even have something existing on Nintendo that's like a card game.
Excuse me.
Man, this is a tough one. All right, we'll waste one of our questions here. Is this a well-known franchise?
Yes.
Okay. Trying to like zoom in on behind you. See if there's any missing slots back there.
That's cheating. I'm gonna start turning my video off if you're gonna start doing it.
No, it's not a card SNK versus Capcom card fighters. Say what?
That is a game that does exist.
So now that I'm thinking about it, I remember playing like some old Dragon Ball Z games on the Nintendo like 3DS.
True.
I wouldn't have thought that was Nintendo, but here we are. Okay, it's definitely Animal Crossing for the GameCube. All right. Let's see. Yeah, is this in the Animal Crossing universe? It is.
It is.
Big T always just crushing it with these questions, man. Okay, how many questions do I have left?
I feel kind of bad giving you the points if you get it right because it's always T.
It really is.
I almost feel like we should just bring T on the show and let him play.
For real. All right, so I can only think of I think there's 3, possibly 4 versions of Animal Crossing. There is the Animal Crossing for the GameCube. And then there is Animal Crossing New Leaf for the Switch. And then I believe that there was one that was for your mobile phone. So I can only think of 3 at the moment. So
There's more of them.
let's just start right off with trying to eliminate one. How many questions do I have again?
You have 2 questions and then a guess.
2 questions and a guess. Okay, so there's 3 possibilities here. He's right. There was one on the DS. Damn. And I don't know the name of that one.
Yeah, there was one on the GameCube, the DS, the 3DS, the Wii, the Switch.
I do know the name of that
Wii
one.
U had one too, I think, technically.
I do know the name of that one, I believe. Okay. There's over 10 Animal Crossing games. Are you serious?
Actually, fun fact, Animal Crossing it came out on the N64 in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how far back this series goes. Maybe I have that. Maybe I have the N64 one. You never know.
I love the way that they talk.
It is very fun. Anyways,
right.
question, please, sir.
So let's try it this way. Is this game on the GameCube?
No.
Okay. I believe that's the one I don't know the name to. So let's go with, is this game on the Switch?
It is.
Okay.
And now
So
you
I
need to guess, sir.
I believe that would be Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Well, Jeff, you played a really good game. However, the game is called Animal Crossing New Horizons.
New Horizons is what it is.
Not
New Leaf
New
is the
Leaf.
mobile one, isn't it?
Yeah,
God
New
damn
Leaf
it.
is the 3DS one. Great game, great guess, but afraid I'm not going to be able to accept that answer.
No, you're good. I
So,
knew it. I didn't have the right game in my head there. God dang it. I thought New Leaf is the one Purple plays because she's always printing out like the leaves and stuff. But that is New Horizons. Yep.
Yep, New Horizons. So,
Ah.
all right.
All right.
Let's
go for number 2.
Yeah, let me grab another one. Uno Memento.
All right.
Let's see here.
Beautiful night out here in Las Vegas from the top of the Bellagio Hotel and Casino.
Oh, you're not getting this one. This one's going to fuck you up if I do this one. All right. Well, I'm going for the jugular tonight.
Oh, there's more than just what you can see behind him, Juhas. He has 4 walls in that room, and they all look like that.
Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. I just want to answer a question for myself on Google before we start. Okay. All right, folks. I'm back.
All right.
All right,
Who's going to
Jeffrey?
WrestleMania 39? Because WrestleMania is going to be there. Is that the one in Philly?
No, 40 is the one in Philly, and as of right now, no, I'm not going to that.
I said definitely not going to 39. So the jury is still out on 40.
Big T saying I'm married. What was the question? What is that in refer to? I don't see that in the chat.
I think he's talking about going to WrestleMania.
Oh. No, I mean my wife supports my hobbies.
Yeah, the
She lets
video
me-
game habit.
Yeah, she's very supportive. She's incredible. Anyways,
All right, so let us begin with question numero uno. Is
it
this a
not
first-person shooter? No. All right. Is this an RPG?
No.
Is this a sports game?
No.
No. I feel like he knows these first questions and now he's like avoiding these genres. Tricky bastard.
Hold on, I'm going for the win tonight because also, so here's the thing, right? Like, I could very easily stump you, but I need to stump Big T as well. That's where my mind's at right now. Like, eventually we're gonna play it where I think every game on the wall is gonna get picked. So there eventually will be some easy ones, but you know, for the time being, I'm gonna try to keep it challenging.
I agree, Sean. I agree. After that first time, it's never happening again.
We're gonna be.
All right. Is this a racing game?
No. Excuse me, boy.
All right. Is this a fighting style game?
Nope.
Is this an adventure style game?
Oh, Juha said that my game room smells like virgin. No, I'll have you know, sir, that I am happily married and not that. What was your question, Jeff?
I don't remember. Anybody remember what I just asked? I think I asked if it was a fighting game.
Right, but I said no to that, and then
Okay.
you asked another question.
We'll take it back, whatever it was. Let's see
Yes,
here. It's gonna be a strategy game or a game where you build your house. The whole strategy thing, it's even, I don't even know. It's like a genre that I don't even like know anything about. I would just be so in the dark. I'm wasting all my questions on genres. It doesn't seem to be working here. So let's go with. Someone suggest a question. Let's see here. We'll go with another. Is this a Nintendo game?
No.
Okay. It'll eliminate quite a bit. Not a shooting game, not a first-person shooter.
Big T in Discord say he wants to pass his win to Juan. Did Juan say Animal Crossing before?
I'm not sure.
I think so. We'll figure it out later.
Man, this is tough. Isn't Far Cry like a first-person shooter though? We eliminated any sort of first-person shooter game. Let's see here. Not an adventure game. Well, let's keep going. Is this any sort of a side-scrolling game?
No.
Okay. Jeez. Yeah. Is this game based off of a movie?
No.
Is this game based off of any sort of a famous person or character?
No.
Jesus.
Not him either.
That was not a question, sir.
I told you. This is one that I feel very strongly that you're not going to get this one.
Not even in the realm right now. How many questions do I got?
You have 11 more questions to go.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Is this game... damn, I was going to ask that one question, but I forgot how I asked it. Is this game a standalone?
No.
Okay, so there are sequels. Is the franchise still alive?
Yes.
Crazy Taxi, bro. I wasted more time on that game than I would ever want to admit to anyone. Franchise is still alive, Sean. But that gives me an idea for a good question. Is this a well-known franchise?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. This is where I'm probably going to definitely need some help here. Yeah. Is this game exclusive to the PlayStation?
No.
Okay. Might as well go, was this an Xbox exclusive?
Nope.
Okay. So we're... Oh, man, he could go all the way back to Nintendo 64, remember? Even probably farther. Super Nintendo easy. Huh. Okay, does the franchise have any of what we would consider current releases?
What do you mean?
So when I asked if the franchise was still alive, have any games from said franchise came out recently, like a couple years?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not a very well-known franchise, but it is still alive. One has come out recently. So what franchises do we have over the last couple years? Not Nintendo game. Multiple platform, more than likely. No Big T. No Nintendo this time. Oh, yeah, good point. I said Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo. That is not a Nintendo game. Good catch, good catch. So. Man, this is good. Not a well-known franchise. Oh, so many things are like popping into my head. Okay. We asked if it was a sports game, right? No.
I think you did. I don't recall 100%.
Okay. Could be Minecraft. Oof, yeah. Wait, was that released on all the platforms? Well, I mean, PlayStation and Xbox? I think it was. Hmm. Yeah, there we go. Is this a building style game?
No.
Okay. Is this game meant to be realistic?
No. No.
No.
That's a
Okay.
weird question. That's a rough question, but no. I mean, like, no. Let's say no. No.
Okay. Man, this is a freaking tough one. I hope I
Yeah, it
actually
is.
know the game though when you say it. Like, I hope it's not one that I've just never heard of. That's all. Let's see here. No fighting, no Nintendo. Man, I'm like such at a loss here. Um, man, has this franchise been around for a long time? Like decade?
No.
No. Okay, so relatively new. Has something new within the last couple years.
2 more questions.
How many?
2.
Two? Jesus. We're not even in the same universe. Wow. Can you is this game in space? That's a good one. Yeah, is this game in outer space?
No.
Hmm. Definitely not gonna get it with one question left. But
Yeah, no. No shot. No shot whatsoever.
would this be considered a horror genre game?
Yes, I would consider it a horror genre game. And now you need to guess.
So now we are going to guess. Parasite Eve.
Oh, that's guess. Well, that's incorrect. Released on the Xbox Series X and PS5. I believe it was also on the PS4 and the Xbox One. This is the Dark Pictures anthology, Little Hope.
Okay.
So it's
So
actually a pretty fun series. Have you ever played Until Dawn?
I have not played it myself, but I did watch some people play it.
Okay, so the Dark Anthologies is a series that development team started, and basically they've actually put out one of these every year since they started about 4 years ago. And I think the one coming out this October is like the season finale. But basically, the Dark Pictures anthology is a bunch of horror stories, and I don't know if they're ever going to connect or not, but
Huh.
it's a pretty fun little horror franchise.
All right.
I like how I can also educate people. I can educate you if you don't know the game.
Yeah, give me
That's
that
fun.
education.
All right, let's see here. Last one.
Gotta find me a cup, man. I need to bust open this 1-year-old bottle of mead to celebrate Kenny Omega's return here. What did I do with my?
What do I want to do?
Can't even find my Viking horn. Where'd my horn go? What the hell?
That'll be a good one.
That's not something that just like easily disappears. That thing has like a huge wooden stand and what? I'm confuzzled.
Oh, it's not going to get much better for you, I'm afraid. All right.
All right, Rome has returned.
With the final game of the evening.
All right. So, let's start this one off a little different here. How do we let's start with a different first question. Is this a sports game?
No.
Now, all right. Is this a fighting style game?
Nope.
Okay. Is this an RPG?
Nope.
Is this a shooter of any kind?
No.
Ooh. What are those games called where you like choose your path? Telltale games. Is this a Telltale style game?
No. Excuse me.
He's like, boom, SpongeBob battle for Bikini Bottom. Final answer.
Wow, you got me. No,
All right, let's use another question from that last round there. Is this game in outer space? Or,
sure. Let's say yes.
Okay. So it is not a shooter, yet it is set somewhat in outer space. Well, let's try to elaborate on that. So, does this take place on other planets?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's say yes.
All right. Do we play as one of the alien creatures of some sort?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Admittedly, I haven't finished this game though.
Well, that's fine. Destroy all humans. Oh, there goes that. Okay, so it's on other planets, not a shooter, so Destiny is out. One day I will get you to pick Destiny.
I don't even own Destiny, so that's not happening.
Oh, you don't know what?
Nope. I think it's a shitty live service, so I do not partake in it.
I thought for sure you would have been all over Bungie back in the day, but all right.
I mean, prior to Destiny, sure, but
yeah. Okay, so we're not an alien technically, as far as he knows. Not an RPG. So is this an adventure style?
no.
Man, what the?
Got him.
Yeah, so it's hard to ask that question, Big T, because if it's for all consoles, he's just gonna say yes, and then that question didn't help us at all. You know what I mean? Like, let's see. All right, let's do it this way. Was this released as an Xbox exclusive?
Yes.
There we go. That helped a lot. All right. I have a feeling T's gonna get this. I'm actually like, I think Pikmin was a PlayStation release, wasn't it?
Did you say Pikmin was a PlayStation?
No, that was a
release?
Nintendo game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
All right, so Xbox. Oh, he's putting the Mario hat on. Okay, Xbox on other planets, somewhat in outer space. We are not the aliens. We don't shoot anything. Do you go to these other planets to gather materials of some sort?
You go to these other planets to gather materials.
I guess that's a bad question. Let's skip that question.
Okay. It's a bad question.
Because the game I was thinking of has shooting in it, so let's see here. Death Stranding or Standing. I know of that game. I definitely didn't play it. I'm not even sure what it is, to be honest, at the moment. But let's keep going here. So Deaths. What is that game, Big T? Give me like a little refresher on what happens in that game. Let's see. Because it's out of this world, but you're not an official alien. Do you shoot stuff? Because it's not a shooter. It's not an adventure. It's not an RPG. Just trying to figure out like what kind of game this could be like. All right, how many questions do I have?
You have 10 left.
All right, so is flying a spaceship like a main? Oh, I don't want to say that. All right, how do I ask this? Is flying? Sounds so weird saying flying a spaceship. Is flying some sort of vehicle a main part of the game?
That's a really hard question to answer, Jeff. I can't give you an answer without leading you astray, I feel like. Are you saying like you as the player flying the ship yourself?
Yeah, like, almost like a Star Fox type thing. Like, are you flying through space in a
Are you
spaceship?
controlling the ship like flying?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So that gives me the idea of like we have kind of like waypoints, like we choose like we want to go here and you go and you go there. So in Death Stranding, is that a thing, T? I totally know what the game is now that you're talking about, where he's got that weird little. Is it a baby in a container or something that he's taking? Like, I don't know exactly what it was. It was weird.
Somebody just whipped out the old Google.
Did we ask that in this round? Okay, so is the main character played by a famous person?
No.
No? Okay. That's a good one, T. Would you consider this game to be iconic or, well known?
Yes.
Okay. It's a tough one when you're not, some of those main genres like no shooting and no RPG and all that. That makes it really tough to. I think I eliminated that, Big T. We're saying like is a famous person the main character, because Norman Reedus is definitely famous and he's definitely the main character, I think. And there's a bunch of planets. What else we got that's similar, T, where we can kind of like choose where to go and we go there? Gears of War, that's a shooter. I mean, Gears of War, man, I remember putting my gun up over my head without even looking and being like, going heel roam on us now.
Yeah, I'm going for the kill.
How many questions we have left?
So you have 7.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, 7.
Xbox exclusive. Other planets. You don't control your spaceship. No shooting. No RPG, no adventuring. The hell could this even be? No building your house, no. Man. Was there another game? No. Oh, man. So we're somewhat on other planets. We are not the alien. Shite. Is there any sort of just like planet exploration game that was Xbox exclusive? This is a really tough one. Holy shit.
I need a question from you, Jeff.
I'm trying, man. All right, let's go with. Yeah, is it based off of a movie?
No.
No.
Nope.
All right. Is this part of a franchise?
Yes.
What the hell could this be? Xbox exclusive franchise. No famous actor.
To my knowledge. No famous actor.
Well, yeah.
You said the main character though.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I
Just
mean, I
going
don't know
off of
the
the
full
whole,
cast
Norman
names, so I
Reedus
don't wanna-
or
Yeah, there's no like famous main character to my
yeah.
knowledge.
And if it was based off a movie, we would almost certainly have a main character famous. Halo's got to be a shooter, isn't it? Or is that like a turn-based Halo? Here, let's go with Xbox. What the hell, man? I am so stumped right now. Oh, Jesus. All right, is this a turn-based game?
Turn base now.
Okay,
4 questions.
holy crap, guys. Xbox exclusive has a franchise. I am completely lost here, man. Wow. I thought I would get it for sure after I knew it was Xbox exclusive. That's what I get for being a PlayStation guy. Damn. I just can't even think of what genre this would be in. I feel like I've eliminated every genre of video game.
Well, clearly you haven't.
All right, is this a horror style game?
No.
Should have known that since the last one was. Ooh. No, they're shooting in all the Grand Theft Autos. Did I ask if this was a racing game?
I don't recall. You can ask if you want though.
Holy crap. All right, let's go with Trav might have had something there. Is this a Halo game?
It is.
Huh, shit. Okay. So is Halo Wars the only game that was not a regular shooter type?
Is that a question?
No, I'm kind of asking chat. So we had Halo Wars. That is not a shooter. All right. A real-time strategy game. So let's go with is this an RTS?
It is.
All right. How many questions do I got left?
You have 1, or you can make a guess if you want, but making the guess is the final.
All right. Does this game have the word wars in it?
It does.
All right. So we will guess Halo Wars. Final answer.
Man, Trav Rock really got you on the right path. And this is a real dick heel thing.
Ugh.
But it's Halo Wars 2.
I should have remembered I asked if it was a franchise. Yeah, I should have. Instead of
Great
wasting
job
that
from,
Wars question, I should have
Great
asked
job
if it
from
was
Trav Rock. Yeah, great job from Trav Rock. Even he just pointed out it could be 1 or 2. Jeff, you
Yep,
should have
good job,
waited.
Trav.
Yeah, Trav got me, but luckily Jeff did not get me. So
I forgot
therefore-
all about the RTS. Is that like I don't even know what is like Command and Conquer style?
Yeah. So you control units on
Okay.
a map, and that's why, like you said, do you fly? And I said, well, your units fly, but you don't control. Like you tell them where to go, But you don't control the units.
No, yeah, you answered that correctly. I was thinking like, are we in a spaceship, driving around and. Okay, all right. That was another fun edition of our 20 questions here. Thank you guys for helping me out, even though I went 0 for 3 tonight. Well, go ahead and close us out, sir, if you do not mind.
All right. Well, this has been episode 65 of the Broken Tables podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider giving us a like or a subscribe or, a follow, depending on where you find us. Thank you to everyone in the chat who joined us tonight for the AEW Dynamite recap, review, and discussion, and also everyone that stuck around for Video Game 20 questions. Thank you to everyone listening to us in the future, post live, including shout out to the coach, Coach Nick. Going to check us out probably in like 3 hours. 3 hours our time. I'm going to be asleep at that point. But everyone post live, thank you to everyone on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and Anchor. You can follow us on Twitter at Broken Table Show or on Facebook and Instagram at the Broken Tables Podcast. We go live on YouTube following every single AEW Dynamite, Rampage, and even pay-per-views. A few program notes for everybody. I will not be here Friday. As champion, I'm taking a vacation, a holiday, if you would. So I will not be here Friday night. Jeff, I think you're doing a watch-along?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a live reaction video to Rampage. So yeah, if you guys want to join me, we will be watching Rampage together on Friday night.
Yeah, Big T, I wasn't fucking around tonight. I came for the win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so Jeff will be here live on the Broken Tables Podcast YouTube channel Friday night doing a live watch-along for Rampage. I don't know. I want to watch Rampage Friday night. I don't know if I'm going to catch it Friday night or if I'm going to have to catch it when I get back Sunday night. We'll see. Going down to Delaware, visiting some family, hitting the beach, the boardwalk. Should be nice. I like Delaware. Delaware's nice. Anyways, All Out is 18 days away. Please make sure you're subscribed because we're going to do our usual stuff for pay-per-views. We're going to crown the inaugural Broken Predictions Tag Team Championships. It's going to be Jeff and Juan of the High Rollers, the ones who are always in shambles, versus Coach Nick and Big T. They're going to be bringing home another dub to the King's Court. By the end of the night, the three of us will all hold our championships in the air. I'm probably not defending the title just due to complete lack of competition. There's not really anyone outside of the King's Court who can face me. Thank you, Big T. I will enjoy my vacation, and I will watch. I probably got to check She-Hulk out tomorrow. I'm not leaving till Friday morning, so I'll probably watch that tomorrow. But anyways, yeah. Looking forward to seeing everybody next Wednesday personally for the next AEW Dynamite recap. This next time you hear from me on the podcast, it's going to be after the Mox Punk match. Fuck, that's going to be wild. But, thanks everyone tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and see you guys next time.
Right on. Thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. Congratulations to Big T for winning the Young Bucks action figures here. Kenny Omega has returned to AEW. Yes, and again, thank you everybody for joining. Travrock, welcome again. Think this was the first time I seen you in here, so definitely welcome to the podcast. Hope to see you around on Friday night. And other than that, top guys out.